Hey, what's good, people, man? It's the Health and Wellness Dread, aka the Platinum Bearded Dread. Yeah, man. Have you ever seen those scenarios? Maybe in a movie, or maybe you've been in that situation yourself where you're just doing what you're doing, going about your day, and then you just by chance happen to see the partner, husband, wife of your best friend or family member smooching, kissing away, in other words, having an affair. And you're thinking to yourself, first of all, you double check to make sure you're not imagining things, and then you're thinking to yourself, what is the person going to say when I bring them that news? But anyway, you bring that news to the person, whether it's your family member, your friend, and you say that you saw the person's partner, husband or wife, kissing up and really getting close and personal, and you give that news to the person, but rather than believe you instantly or at all, they take it out on you. Not only do they say you're lying, but the whole thing backfires on you. It's a case of, what's that saying, don't shoot the messenger, and the whole thing is now unraveling like you're the cause of it, or you're the source of the pain. Now, most of us can imagine that, or be in that situation, of seeing it visually on screen or whatever. And as mad as it sounds, that kind of thing actually happens. Now, why am I even bringing it up? The reason why I'm bringing it up is because what if everything that we've believed to be true from birth has been a lie? The thought of it almost seems diabolical and out of this world almost. Well, for some anyway, and not for all of us. But what if everything you've been taught is a lie? What if all those people, whistleblowers, all these different, people that have come and gone to try and tell us what's really going on in the world, even movies. Some have been assassinated, some have been silenced, some have been ridiculed. But what they've all had in common is that they've tried to point us to what's going on and the truth. And what have we done? Because we don't want to hear certain information and the pain of having to unravel everything and realize maybe we've been lied to. Rather than do that, we've taken the approach of shooting the messenger, ridiculing them, blaming them, and completely ignoring them. But again, what if everything we've been taught, everything from the educational system, health and medicine, the government, religion, history, everything. What if everything that we think we know has been based on a lie given to us by a sinister people, group, family, whatever you want to call them, so that they can remain in control and keep us in this matrix illusionary world that is no more real than Walt Disney and the Disney movies. But because we've invested our lives into that, we don't want to hear anything other than that, because the thought of facing reality now and what that means is more terrifying than accepting the lie and living and continue to live the lie. But we're at that point now where there's just too much information out there to show us, to tell us that we can't no longer make the excuse that we don't know. And even more importantly, our children. Because the more we continue to live this lie like we don't know, or not even to do any research to find out what's really going on, the more we're setting our children up for failure. Ask yourself the question, why is it that you're just unhappy and you don't know why? Why is it that there's a sense of freedom that you're longing for, but you don't know how to attain it? These ain't crazy questions. And it's not simply a matter of it's in your head. This whole world that we're living in, this whole system that we're in, has been designed like for us from generations and generations before we was even a thought. But we're just playing out this this movie role, if you like, without even questioning and stepping back. We can't no longer keep on reproducing the very thing that those who have set it up, they're no longer even here. But they've set the system up now after having long gone, and we're just perpetuating the same system without even questioning anything. So I want to put this to all of us. Sometimes, yes, the truth is ugly, the truth is scary, but I want to put this to all of us. What have we got to lose now? Because if you ask most people are not in a state of happiness. And just like the person who brings you news about your loved one in the midst of an affair, we can't no longer shoot the messenger without even inquiring as to whether there's truth to what's being presented to us. We're going to have to be bold, courageous, and even if it means losing friends and family along the way, enough to start looking at all these things that are coming out in terms of where we're being lied to and the truth. We have to be bold and courageous to start walking that path for our own inner freedom, sanity in many cases, and for our children. Even if it means it feels like you're starting all over again, it doesn't matter. What's most important here is that when we realize that we've been lied to, or when we see the evidence that we've been lied to, we take a different path. Because ultimately our inner joy and the joy of our children depends on it. It's never too late. But what is the problem is when we know and we just want to block our ears and pretend that we don't know. It's time to wake up from the matrix, y'all. Question everything. Even when you watch a movie, don't just watch it for entertainment purposes. Look through it. Because you'll find there's a lot of messages that are being given to us, intentionally or unintentionally, I don't know. But if you're looking with that inner eye, you'll find there's a lot of messages that are being given to us to tell us exactly what's going on in the world. I mean, the fact that more and more evidence is coming up about 9/11, so-called terrorist attack, and all the information leading to the likelihood that it was an inside job with the American government involved, that should tell us now that we can't believe anything that the mainstream media tells us without questioning it. And that goes for every other institution in the world. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. Do you still hold true to the fact that everything that we hear through the media and important and recognized establishments like the medical establishment are giving us the truth? And what steps have you taken to start looking into this and putting yourself back on the path to not just truth but to freedom, to health and wellness dread, aka the platinum bearded dread? Oh yeah, don't forget, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we can do this again. Yeah, man.